You're watching PEGRI TV, Rhode Island's public access channel.
My name is Sheikh Abu Hakim Abdullah, President Chairman of Al-Masr Sharia Law, AMSA, a non-profit religious organization operating in the state of Rhode Island, USA. Now, like I left you, and I hope you understood what I was saying last week, that you must get the Supreme Court, the League of Nations, the United Nations, and all them different people, King so-and-so and Queen so-and-so, and get them peasants and all that to understand that what Islam is all about. And you must begin to work on your enemies, those that's in Islam and those that's being hidden in Islam. And you must stand up against them people. And you must do it openly and right away. You must do it openly. Like I said, openly do this. You must separate yourselves from this setup that they got you hooked up in. You got to literally say, hey, I'm the large majority. If you want to play this democracy thing and you're democratic, please understand that we, the non-violent Muslim, that's only violent as they only think about violence as a defense, stand up in front of you. It's over 1 billion of us. In Saudi Arabia, in Turkey, in all the countries around the world, we're there. In the deserts, in the woods, in the jungle, we're there. And we're not communists or socialists or anything other than Muslims. And separate us from the so-called rebel forces that you feel you fighting. But for one thing, but the thing that we must do is we must begin to do something about this separation and divisions in Islam. These different sects, different groups, the Sufi and the Sunni and the Ahmadiyya and all this other stuff, and the Shia and all this. We must begin to separate ourselves from that. And you can't kill each other off. You can't just shoot at somebody and kill them off from you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah. You just can't you can't kill off a division. It's not the days when that happened. The day, that was yesterday. That was many yesterdays ago. Now you got to do something else. But I'm going to leave that alone for now. But I say right now, we must begin to open up some factories and plants and all them other businesses. We must begin to open them up. We got to find work for our people, our Muslim people. And we got to find food for them and help them with their food stamps and other stuff. We got to keep them from going dark for help. And we got to begin to help our own people. We got to help the brothers in Indonesia, the Muslims in Spain, the Muslims in Brooklyn, the Muslims in Chicago, the Muslims in Turkey. We got to start helping them. You got to get them work. Because they're ready to jump on anybody. They're ready to jump on each other. I keep telling people there's a big storm coming. And the devil been plotting this ever since the Lord threw him out of paradise. He's been whispering in the ears of Muslims for many years. And they're doing a good job, some of them. He's doing a real sincere job, a real big job. The Europeans have really destroyed this world. In less than 1,000 years. I mean, look at it. Really sit down and look at it. What done happened to us? What done happened to mankind, the earth? I mean, you really got, you got to really look at, excuse me. You have to really look at it. Because I say look at it, I look at it because I'm a part of it. I'm here. And I'm standing on this piece. The water's polluted. We got fish trying to jump out the ocean. We're losing the reefs. We're running out of fresh water to drink. The ice is melting up the top of the world. It's turning summer into winter. It's turning winter into summer. I mean, we're destroying the world in less than all this damage happened in the last 1,000 years. Coming out of Europe, the Industrial Revolution started. Then it had sailing ships sailing the seas and blowing them up and knocking them down in the ocean. And look at it. Look what's been happening to us. And you're not recognizing none of this. I mean, you're just walking along saying prayers and not realizing what's happening. Look at it, sisters and brothers. They got Muslims buying $10,000 dresses. That's a shame. You got Muslims spending $10,000 on one dress for a woman. And you got Muslims dying every day from starvation, with no water, no place to drink water. No wells, nothing to mine water with. Dig wells. That $10,000 dress can buy 5 wells. Stuff to dig 5 wells out in the desert. I mean, look how we live it. We spending $300, $400, $500 million on a place that we only use it 5 times a day, and some of them we don't use 5 times a day. I mean, look at it. Don't make no sense. And what's happening to us? There are women walking around, earrings hanging down here, lipstick on their lips, eyebrow pencil on. Don't make no sense whatsoever. People spending $8 million for a wedding. And you got people starving to death. I mean, when are we gonna wake up? And the ones that's trying to do something about it and talk about it, it's getting less help than the ones that's you turn into the destroyer of the world. I mean, when are we going to wake up to what's happening to us? Like I said, there's a storm coming, and it's coming to the whole world. And why? Because we done destroyed part of it. The world been here so many millions of years, and we done destroyed it. You know, look at the lies, the things that built upon pure lies. There's things that's being built up on pure lies. And it's still being built up on pure lies. And people know that these are lies and doing nothing about it. And then they're spending billions of dollars now to try another land. They're trying to get to the moon, and they're going to get there and mess that up. We didn't put so much garbage in space to every week we might have that's falling down on us. Some meteorites, some of that garbage is going to come around and destroy half of the country. Greed. It's getting worse. Every day it's getting worse. Every single day it's getting worse. What do we do? What are we doing? We're not doing anything about it. We're not even talking about it. We're acting like it's not even happening. We're walking around in denial of the truth. And you got people in this world trying to get men to marry each other, women to go to bed with each other on television, on the boob tube, on everything. You can't even look at the movie no more and go in there. Even the cartoons, they hugging up in bed with each other. You can't even go to the movies no more. They didn't put homosexualism in the movies everywhere. You can't even take your kids nowhere. And it's getting worse. You got people that's sitting around condemning the people that's trying to do something about it. This is what kills me. You got people trying to hold up to their own little bit of sickness, and they condemning the people that's trying to do something about it. I don't know. I really don't understand this. When are we going to change? When are we going to recognize that we're in trouble? Our problem is not that we don't know what the Fatiha is saying. The average child in Islam can read the Fatiha, can tell you the Fatiha. You got 2-year-old kids can read the Fatiha in Arabic, in French, in all kinds of languages. The problem is that we're not doing our deen. We're not living the Islamic way of life. Subhanallah, alhamdulillah. We're not living the Islamic way of life. We're living everything else but the Islamic way of life. We go in the butcher store. Look at what's happening to us. We go in the butcher. We open up a halal butcher. Allah tells us to eat only the meat that His name is on it. And brother opened up a halal butcher. Instead of him butchering his own meat, he turned around and charging expensive prices for the meat among Muslims. So forcing Muslims to go into supermarkets and buy their meat and bismillah it. It's a shame. I bought some beef fry. The man put it on the scale and come out to $7 and something. We're probably looking out for each other. We're probably looking out for our people. Oh, I'm just, oh, it's so hard. It's so hard to get y'all to understand and see and act on what you're supposed to be acting on. You got races of people that's literally behind. In a society with people trying to get to the moon, you got people that's not even trying to get across the street. I don't understand it. I really don't. I feel like a salmon that's swimming back to its nesting place to lay eggs and die upstream. And they got all dammed up, so I got to swim another way to get at the stream. They got little areas where they let me swim up the stream because they got the other part dammed up. You're going to have to do something. You have to wake up and smell the coffee like a brother once said, newspaper. A brother named Ibrahim Abdul-Sabor once told the people of Rhode Island on the television. And at that time, it was said on three newses, the morning news, the afternoon news, and the evening news, by Jim Taratani. Asked him, say, what do you think they should do? Said they tried this and they tried that, they tried all these other things. They need to sit down and try Islam. And then he turned on the newspaper and he said, you gotta get up and wake up and smell the coffee. It's being big problems here. I've been holding on to this year. I got brothers that work with me, been holding on. I've been holding on to this 20-something years, trying to get to you people, get to my people. Talk to them, try to tell them something. We gotta do something about this. We gotta work, gotta begin to work to do something about this. We can't keep letting this go like this. We can't keep practicing our deen like we doing. We gotta do our deen fully and live fully Islamically. Live fully Islamically. And you gotta tell people, our Sharia has nothing to do with you. You keep talking about the Sharia coming into this country. The Sharia been in this country. It has nothing to do with you. You can't get the brother to put the Sharia on themselves. Someone putting it on the non-believer, the European non-believer. Not to worry about the Sharia. Not to worry about nothing. Coming out hitting them in Islam. It's not going to hit them. They need to practice the Sharia anyway to straighten up some of this mess they got going on. Reefer being sold in the street, people driving taxi cabs running into each other. Kids literally picking up a little girl and taking the room, right in the middle of the room, they rape her. What kind of crap is going on?